That song, it came to me a week prior to my father's, a week before my father's passing. His spirit is in that song too with my father. That's how that song came.
When I first got here, it was pretty scary. You know, the big 2 fences with barbed wire and guards and everybody mean mugging you and trying to get one over on their fellow man. You know, you got nothing but time. My parents divorced when I was quite young. Me and my 2 siblings were tossed around from family member to family member, place to place, foster homes. It wasn't always the best.
The spiritual path for me, it's not a pleasant one. I mean, I started off kind of hating the world, no sense of belonging, no sense of accomplishment.
I'm Cree, I'm First Nations. When you talk about inner child, to be able to express all the experiences that I had in my life that hurt at one time. Unconditional love, acceptance, appreciation, encouragement. These are the things that lack in certain communities.
We are in a community of Tsilhqot'in, one of the 6 First Nations that's on this side of the Tsilhqot'in River. There are some people that are inmates that are from this community and from other surrounding 5 communities also.
Majority of our population of First Nations people live in poverty. Not only here, it's in every First Nations community right across Canada.
I've been fostering over 20 years, about 20 years now. My main job is to work with youth, high-risk youth, drug and alcohol addictions, dealing with abandonment issues. It's in me to give.
They come from a wounded place, and that transcends generation to generation. It's unfortunate, but there are beautiful people out there.
Work to Give was brought to this institution, and it's to provide children or families of less means, less fortune, so to speak, the ability to receive gifts, socks, mittens, coats, whatever, boxes, toys, some beds for the kids or the mothers or fathers. Well, oddly enough, the wood shop it's a place to escape. It's a place to go for no other reason than just going there and having the quiet solitude. Our shop is void any major power tools, so everything has to be done by hand. I mean, you're limited to your imagination, really.
I selfishly signed up for it as a way to get out of doing regular work. I could maybe hammer a nail into a piece of wood and not always hit it every time. You're learning, every day is a learning curve. Picturing, okay, well, a little girl's gonna love this, or some little boy's gonna play with this till the tires fall off, or, you know, that just almost brings a tear to your eye.
When you're sanding something, when you're doing something, we're talking about how the kid would be experiencing. What matters is what we do today. That's part of the teachings of us First Nations people. There's hope intertwined into that, and also encouragement. And it's that kind of energy that we put into these toys. It just made us keep going.
I learned how to make drums from an individual here, and I've just put a different spin on it, where I've made my drum out of aromatic cedar, a dream catcher kind of weave within the inside of the drum. If I had been lucky enough to receive from somebody else that doesn't really know me or is not judging me because I'm in a poor setting in my life, it could have changed the road that I was on. So for me being able to do that, it shows that you can make a change by a simple gesture.
When they first found out where it was coming from, they were trying to snicker about it, laugh about it. I thought what am I doing? I think I'm wasting my time. I tell them they're giving back to the community. They're saying sorry for what they did. When they just seen the furniture, their faces, the smiles, because it was homemade. It was very touchful.
You give somebody tools, they'll start using it. Imagine those drums 10 years from now. You're gonna hear way more songs, you're gonna hear new songs.
This is probably the first time I handed a drum over to my chief today. He was asking who sang with it so he can give them thanks.
We've been brought up to appreciate anything you get. You know, you walk into any one of these houses, as soon as you walk in, they're gonna offer you food. You know, it's a gift. Those are teachings that have been brought down for as long as we can remember. You know, you catch your first spring of the year, the first fish we catch, we give away. That's generosity given to an elder. You know, this is a pretty harsh area. We have to trade resources in order to survive.
These drums, it's the heartbeat of who we are as First Nations people. Everybody's heartbeat is the same. Work to Give, to me, is one step, a healing process to help us get back to who we are and finding our identity.
All of us have a drum. That's the heartbeat of who we are as individuals connected to Mother Earth. This sound is alive. It's not just a hide, it's not just a wood, but it's the animal and the spirit the person put in there, putting it together.
This allows me to step outside of those politics and concentrate on the fact that I'm doing something for someone else. I'm not getting anything from it other than personal satisfaction, personal self-worth by doing this. So for me, it's changed my life. It's changed the outlook of how I've once was thinking this way to now thinking a different way. So for me, it's been tremendous.
Work to Give is, it's a stepping stone. It's a healing process. The trauma they've been through, addictions, and the people they hurt, this is one piece for them to let go, one piece to help them on their healing journey. Even if it helps one child, it takes that one child to turn the community around and make a difference.
Now I'm making these for a kid who I'm picturing was just like me. Making somebody else's life a little bit better than your own was. That's worth more than any prison I've ever seen in my life.
You know, it's not about me. It's not about anybody individually, it's collectively. It's limitless. You know, it helps people. Now I look out there and I think about, you know, when I see a picnic table, is that the one I made? You know, or a bench, is that the one I made? It's all of these things, you know, that inspire hope.